Here's how I went from being completely broke to stacking over multi six figures in my bank account at the age of 18. I've not been posting on here recently. I will start being a lot more consistent, but I'm just going to give you guys the roadmap on how it all started. As you must know, a lot of us don't want to go down that whole path of, going the 9 to 5, going to college, the traditional route. And I believe, like, I truly, truly believe this. The ones who start to have that realization at a young age in high school and realize, like, school wasn't for them, they don't want to work the average job, be miserable like, the teachers or, the parents that currently struggling still with debt still to this day. I think those kids are the ones that always come up on top. And literally, that's the whole entrepreneur space. Kids that realize there was more to life. Not saying college is a terrible thing, but college is not the only way that you can become successful. So that's kind of the rabbit hole that I went down. So I think I got introduced to the whole online space when I was like, I think 16, 17, because 15, 16, I was an absolute degenerate in high school. I was smoking, I was doing all types of stuff, and be honest. I got approached by one of my good friends, and he handed me a book that a lot of, upcoming entrepreneurs read, which is Rich Dad Poor Dad. So I read that book. Honestly, the crazy part is I never actually finished that book. So I read parts and bits of that book. I probably read halfway through it, and all of a sudden everything just suddenly clicked. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was, the whole saying where money should work for you while you're asleep, or, the traditional route. I don't know. There were certain words that he would use in there that changed my whole perspective of life. So after that, that whole rabbit hole of going down, reading the Rich Dad Poor Dad, reading How to Win Friends, Influence People, and all of these, self-help development books. At a young age, I'm starting to realize, like, okay, there's so much more to life. How do I make this type of money that I'm seeing online? Then, Amazon FBA was born. I was introduced into that. I sold, made a couple thousand off of that, but didn't really know how to exactly scale it. Got into the e-com, and as most drop shippers, I did not have success starting out. I'm very blessed to be where I am today, but let me tell you, I mean, e-com starting out back then, it was hell for me. Like, I was terribly terrible at ads. Like, I couldn't run ads to save my life. And I would always try to find the shortcut. I was one of those guys who fell for the Shopify automation, unfortunately. But I learned the hard way. A lot of people don't realize, but you can't shortcut this journey. And, at times I caught myself doing it at a young age, just trying to make it through. I would see all these guys my age flexing the Lambos, and I'm sitting in class like, how the fuck are these guys doing this? Is this real? Are they scamming? What the fuck are they doing? Fast forward to where we are today. I actually know ads now. Of course, I'm not confident enough to run it for someone else. Like, I don't want to burn your money, but I can definitely run ads for myself. But it was a lot of trial and error. And, 2018, 2019, it was a point of time where I was going through so many business models. I mean, I did Amazon FBA, I did drop shipping, I did affiliate marketing. I was just doing it all. Mind you, I had a job trying to fund all this. I wasn't the most richest. I don't come from a lot. And I was just, young and wanting to make some shit happen. And it was a blessing once again because I worked for everything that, I put into drop shipping at the time, finding that winning product, burning money in ads, courses. That allowed me to fund shit like that, which was amazing. But like I said, great things take time. Like, a lot of people don't realize this game is a marathon, it's not a sprint. It's not, a sprint to who can get to the top the fastest, because there's honestly, truthfully, not a top. There's always more and more to have and more to get. After all the store that, despite all the losses and money I lost and shit like that. Okay, it was early 2021, so it was 2 years ago. And this was like really, really before like TikTok was as big as it is now. Like, people didn't realize that you could actually go out, take your dropship product, market it on TikTok, and bring organic traffic to your Shopify, and then later convert into sales. People didn't know you can do that. It wasn't that known. One of the guys in the space that put me onto it personally, shout out if he watches this, Mikey Cass, get on TikTok, start marketing your products. And he had blew up a similar product that I'm going to introduce to you guys. It's a laser pointer. His laser pointer was an average laser pointer that you could find at like Dollar General or whatnot. I think he printed like 400 or 500K. I got a lot of inspo from that. And I seen that, I'm like, okay, the videos he are making is very, very simple. I can do the same thing. I started to break down his videos and break down his product, and I'm like, why can't I find a laser that actually works? Because the way he marketed his laser was high military grade laser. It can set things on fire. In reality, it didn't. So I ended up actually going to Alibaba and finding the exact laser that could actually do that. There was an actual laser that actually did that, and some of the videos I can video in the YouTube video itself, the laser was dangerous. Like, it would actually like put a hole in my shirt or even light matches on fire, which is absolutely crazy. Fast forward, I woke up the next morning. I think one of my first videos, couple videos is doing a couple thousand. Second night going on, a couple thousand. Boom. Third night, 5.7 million views. I wake up the next morning, ching, 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 60K one night, ching, ching, boom, 60K again, 120K in 2 nights. Oh my goodness, my life changed. I slept with that ringer beside me because it was surreal. It was like this is happening. This is actually happening right now. Despite everything that happens in my life, still to this day, I see through everything that happens. Every fucking thing. Like, so, I'm trying to find suppliers. I find a supplier. I'm learning how to send CVS files, paying these motherfuckers. I got PayPal hooked up. PayPal pisses me off. I mean, you guys, all you guys in e-com space know about PayPal, but everything's kind of going smooth. I'm getting cashed out 30, 40K into my Chase account. I'm just like, yo, I'm like 18 years old seeing this shit come in. Like, I'm spending my fucking cheaper salary. Like, fuck this. I'm not going to school. And, I'm just grinding all day. All days go on. I see a big, fat, red little check or highlighted box on Shopify. Your payments has been on hold. I go on PayPal. Your payments are locked. And I'm freaking out. I've never had this experience. Like, I'm glad I went through all this though. They hold my payments and I have no money left to actually like fulfill all these orders. And mind you, they have all my profit locked up. So I'm panicking. I'm hitting up guys like, yo, what do I do? What do I do? And PayPal held my shit for like 6, 7 months. So they held my shit for like 6 months and I had to refund a lot of people, but I still ended up walking away with like 20, 30K. I was still able to get some from the Shopify because Shopify unbanned my payment. So I was still able to get some type of profit. And, I was glad to experience all that, the whole PayPal and shit. I do not recommend PayPal at all. Like, get a payment processor if you can. But so, all that happening or whatnot, I'm about to graduate senior year of high school, and I'm like sitting with 30K in my account. Me and the boys were talking like, yo, you guys want to run a senior trip? I'm like, yeah, fuck it. We run a senior trip to Miami because I have the mindset of I have a skill set that's going to make me money for the rest of my life. Like, that's the way I see it. Once I realized I was able to blow that product up, now I had this idea I can blow any other dropshipping product up. So I started testing 4 or 5 different products a day. And, I had about, 4 or 5 different stores running at the same time, all organically, pumping out content, pushing out 20, 30, 40, 50K days back to back to back to back. And I'm in college doing this, fucking dropshipping off TikTok. So right then and there, I'm like, there's so much fucking potential doing this. Why can't I do this for brands? I got on Twitter, a year later after I got introduced to Twitter by one of my boys, Alex Heaton. Shout out Alex. And I ended up growing to like 10K followers in like 3, 4 months, simply just giving out free game on TikTok. How I did it, how I was able to make all the money I made. And I started to give out value after value after value. And people started to be interested as far as hiring me as their creator. So I'm like, so I didn't know what to charge at the time. I'll be honest. I was a creator charging 10, 15, 20. And I'll be honest, at the time, I never took a sales call in my life. Like, I didn't know how to pitch these people. I didn't know what price to charge. I was scared. I mean, my first call, my first sales call, I shit my pants. And right then and there, it became a repetition thing as far as this whole sales thing. So, I got better at it. I'm taking over probably 1,000 calls from my Twitter now, just simply from brands wanting to work with me on TikTok. And once I started to realize the potential, so I got approached by one of my good friends today, one of my best friends today, and his name's Oliver Ricardo, and he owns Tap Chocolate. Basically, they scaled that fucking brand to like 11 million, all using TikTok content amplifiers. I like to call them content amplifiers. He had scaled Tab Chocolate just hiring a bunch of them and posting TikToks, having your own page, posting TikToks around that product. And this is way before he even started that strategy. He hit me up because I was like one of the best and newest creators in the space. I'm like the OG creator now, like the OG guy in the space. But he had hit me up and offered me, he's like, yo, Key, I love your work. I'd love to have you on Tabs to kind of not validate this idea, but like to give this brand a shot on TikTok because they hadn't actually hire any like creators at the time. So I was like, nah, bro, nah, bro. But Ollie is so well spoken. He sold me on the phone on a commission based deal because at the time I was only doing retainer based. Retainer based is basically just a monthly payment of a couple $1,000s a month. So he sold me. I'm like, okay, sex chocolate, let's run it. We're running it. Boom, I had like 2 viral back to back videos, like 10 mil, 120K in like 12, 13 days. And we're both like, holy fuck. And I end up making like, I think 5 or 6K, 7K commission. And I'm like, yo, this is fucking wild. And fast forward from there, it's just like, I started getting brand deals out the ass. First couple months, I was doing 20, 30, 40K as a content creator, like no other. And it was all surreal for me. This is all in 2021. And as I realized, I'm like, yo, this is like one of the only skills that you literally need no money to start. It's a skill set that you can have for the rest of your life simply because short form isn't going anywhere. And it was just crazy to think like after having that big success with my like drop shipping stores, I got into this simply because I had success blowing up my own product. I was like, damn, this is way better than drop shipping because you literally could either run your product on TikTok and drop ship and don't pay any ads, or you can be actually the creator and run up other people's product and get paid tens of thousands of dollars a month. Like this is easily the first like sales that actually got me to my first 100K. And it's crazy. Like that's exactly how I got to my first 100K, just working with brands, posting viral TikTok. And I've seen so many people in the space and I've helped many and many thousands of people accumulate, 5, 10K a month simply just posting TikToks. Like it's crazy. Hope you guys love this video. If you want to learn more as far as like what it all entails of being a content amplifier, just shoot me a DM. I'll link my DM on my YouTube. You guys should shoot me a DM me content amplifier, and I'll send you over like a free guide or whatnot. But yeah, we're gonna have like a lot more bangers coming out here soon. I'm trying to do 2 or 3 a week. Appreciate you guys tuning in, and hope to hear from you guys in the comments below. Take care.